We have had a doozy of a day.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Johnny!
What up, y'all? Jim Jam here. As you see, I'm by myself. That means there's no new episode this week because I got picked. Friday I started feeling like, Thursday night started feeling like crap. So didn't get to record Sunday because got pink eyes also. So I didn't want Johnny to come over and get sick. So yeah, no new episode this week. But what you're about to watch is, I think, our best panel we've done so far at Nooga. It's from last year, our live recording, and we reviewed the Netflix movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I hope you can enjoy this recap from last Nooga. It was fun times. I think we had a full room. We broke the movie down, so if you hadn't seen this movie yet, it's on Netflix. Go check it out. But before, if you don't want spoilers, because we break down the whole movie. But yeah, next week we'll be back to our normal schedule. I should be back to normal, feeling better. But until then, enjoy this review or whatever from Nooga 2022 of Netflix's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for everything. Please share, like it, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our social, especially our TikTok. Big Ball Buddies on TikTok. But again, enjoy.
Johnny, one of the hosts. As always, Jim Jam's here.
Jim Jam here.
We're at Nooga. We talk horror, paranormal, UFOs, aliens, new technology stuff. A lot of times, food. We get off track on food. That's what ends up happening. Sometimes it's just happen. You know how it goes. We're big guys. We like food.
Hey, speaking of food,
oh yeah,
who wants to try some maggot cheese chips?
y'all ever heard of a Kasu Marzu maggot cheese? Well,
They're actually pretty good.
yeah, these are actually
Surprisingly good.
over in Sardinia, I don't know if y'all ever watched Bizarre Foods. No, Bizarre Eats. Andrew Zimmern. Yeah. Bizarre Foods or whatever. I actually seen him eat this stuff, like the real cheese with maggots, like swimming through it. And he ate it. He said it wasn't bad, but it's supposed to taste like it, and it's not bad. We had I have a whole box of them. It comes from I don't know if y'all knew, like, I think Lil Nas X had a shoe made and actually had his blood in it. Well, it comes from the same company, Mischief. Well, they had one that was tastes like fugu, which is the blowfish, and they really got like an expert from Japan that tasted it and was like, yeah, this is what fugu would do. It numbs your mouth. They actually has Szechuan peppers in it. It makes your tongue numb. And they had horse meat flavor, which just tastes like beef bouillon cube. But some people don't really like this, though. They think it's gross.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
If you're interested in trying.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Break them open.
You can just have them.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm glad that did not hit your cup.
Y'all want to try some maggot cheese chips?
No, I know.
You should try some maggot cheese chips.
Yeah.
They're actually really good. They're really like salt and vinegar, a little more extra.
Oh, that's what he likes salt and vinegar.
So you
I
probably
love
really
salt
like
and
these.
vinegar chips. Yeah. What was the salt and vinegar? I'm getting off track here.
Let's see.
It's already.
I think if I remember right, it's like very salt vinegary. Yeah.
A little more cheddary, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
Awesome.
Well, there you go. You got your snack now.
So technology-wise, we were talking in the other panel. We did a UFO alien panel, and I brought up the nano diamond battery. And if you haven't heard of it, it was announced last year. A company out in California had talked about using nuclear waste to power batteries, because the nuclear waste still has power in it that can last 28,000 years or up to, and it's just being put in the ground. And what they've talked about and gone through is taking these batteries and even putting them in cell phones. It's not even a battery, it's like a chip, and it has like a diamond in it. And with the heat transfer between the waste and the diamonds, it creates energy. And they could put it in your phone, and it would constantly power your phone for like 10,000 years or something. Like something stupid. Or maybe it was just 10 years. It's just like, who's going to keep a phone that long or whatever. But they also talked about being able to make it into like fuel cells for cars, and even long-term space travel. And we was talking, like what that could be like, if you could get something put into a rocket and actually travel further because you have the power to do it, would be pretty amazing, the technology. But they technically haven't made any of it. They just have a concept, like proof of concept design. They're planning on selling it in the next 2 years, and I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome that they're able to take waste, and then also it would eliminate, like if you could actually do it, it would eliminate pretty much the oil industry in general if it worked properly. Because they say that the ones in the cell phones don't even produce enough radioactivity, more, not even your body would produce more than what would be in a cell phone. So I mean, that would help out the environment 100%, and plus if you could get power into remote areas which of course, people are probably going to try to stop from happening, because if the big oil companies don't like it, probably. If you could actually get it approved and people be comfortable with using it, to get it out in remote areas where electricity is just not able to get there, would be pretty badass. What do you think, Jim?
Electric cars would be, you wouldn't have to stop.
No, and that's the thing.
Going like the little Energizer bunny.
Yeah, like it can keep recharging your batteries, and you just, because now like these electric cars go, what is like the top distance, 400 miles,
something like that.
And if you're lucky, and then to like recharge, to find all these, you have to find the fast charger, and I don't know, like I'm not into the electric car stuff yet. It'd be nice to have one, but it's like I can't go long distance in it, like if I really wanted to travel. So, but to be able to go, I mean, the trips to Mars, like Elon Musk had talked about, he's not really just trying to get to Mars. He's trying to set up a way to leave Mars. You know what I mean? Like, and even fuel on the way there. They're talking about building rockets and stuff that can go out and then like attach to the actual spaceships and then refuel them, and they can keep going. But if you can put up fuel stations, I mean, that'd be pretty awesome. But of course, I mean, whether or not that'll happen, who knows? Because what is it, like 2033? They're planning on having someone on Mars. I mean, maybe. That's a big maybe.
Do you want to try and go to Leatherface?
Can, if you want to.
Have any of y'all seen the new Texas Chainsaw that just come out? It came out yesterday.
Yeah, we watched it.
We watched it earlier up in the room.
Yeah, between the panels, like.
Are y'all particular on spoilers?
I don't know.
Or you don't mind? You don't care?
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, and that's the thing.
It's a murder, bloody mayhem. So
Yeah.
if you're into that, then it's pretty awesome. But there's some things we was nitpicking on.
Well, the synopsis of the new movie is: after nearly 50 years of hiding, Leatherface returns to terrorize a group of idealistic young friends who accidentally disrupt his carefully shielded world in a remote Texas town.
So
it's not a remote Texas town; it's an abandoned town.
It's social commentary for sure. Like you have one guy's Leatherface gets on the bus, and he's like, "If you do anything to us, you're getting canceled." You already know what happened to him.
But it
Immediately gone.
It opens up, and the first scene is they're at this little small redneck gas station, and the guy pulls up, and I've never witnessed it. We live in Manchester, Tennessee. It's a small town. I don't know if y'all live in small towns. I've never really seen a guy driving a big Dodge Ram lifted dually just jamming out to the heaviest metal rock music you could imagine.
It's usually
death metal.
It's usually rap. Where we are, it's usually rap music.
Well, country music.
Or that.
But
I hear
just
more rap.
jamming out, and he's got a big fire on him. And the girl was like, "How small of a dick do you have to carry around such a big weapon on your hip all the time?" And of course, you heard her. So then you automatically think, well, he's the bad guy. Because they're the city folk driving a Tesla. And it's just like, oh, here we go.
What did he say to her?
Uh,
He said some smart remark about it.
Something about it's a big gun because, we have to put them down right on spot. When people move into town, we got to put them down right on spot. So it's like, you start thinking, oh, is he part of, what is it, Sawyer family?
Yeah.
Is he part of the family? Is he, but he looked normal. Like, and then, we're really breaking this movie down. Her sister is there, but don't want to be there.
It shows that she was involved in a school shooting.
Yeah, they brought up the school shooting.
She got shot in a school shooting, and then
only survivor, I think, right? Or something in her classroom. So she was the only survivor, so she's struggling with that. But they're going to this abandoned town, and they're from Austin, Texas, because you got to keep Austin weird, and that's where all the weird, what I mean, the city folk are coming into this little bitty town in Texas, and they go, and the guy blows by them in his dually, and he rolls coal on them. That's the common thing. And what's his problem? And then the sheriff's up there stopping them. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. And they're like, well, just don't make no trouble in this town. We're going to be watching you. And they get to the town, and lo and behold, the guy comes out of the shop driving the red truck.
Yeah, he's the contractor for rebuilding the town. So
it's just like an abandoned. It looks like an abandoned movie set.
Yeah,
like old school, like a Mayberry town movie set with dirt, and all the windows are boarded up, and nobody should be living there. I don't even know how you got power out there. It didn't look like you had it. But there was an old orphanage there. Yeah, orphanage out in the middle of nowhere in an abandoned town that has 0 shops. Well, not even an auto body shop. Like, this dude just come out of like an abandoned warehouse. But yeah, he was working on his truck. You're right. He was working on his truck. Yeah, and it's just like, this is weird. And they go into the house, and next thing you know, it looks lived in. I don't know how I guess they're city folk. They can't tell what's lived in or not.
But the one guy, he went upstairs because they had a rebel flag flying.
Yeah, there was.
And he went out there to try.
And it was a black guy because they stopped him, and they wrote, "Put your hands on this." When the cops said, make sure they see your hands, because it's all social commentary. You don't know if they're picking fun at the people in the city, or they're picking fun at the people that are rednecks. Like, that's how, and you don't really know, because they do make fun of both of them. Like, kind of picking at them. But yeah, he comes there, and they got a rebel flag hanging. And like he was saying, he tries to get up there and take it down.
But then, he comes down steps and says that he can't get it. And
she's looking through. Yeah,
Is it supposed to be the mother of Leatherface? Comes
Ah,
down the steps and
she's
like,
the
what are you doing in
orphanage.
my house?
yeah, she's the orphan taker.
Oh, okay. So
Because
that's
there's
the mom.
there's him, and we're not explaining this well at all. At all.
Do you want a
'Cause
better vision of it?
There's
Just-
4 of them. There's a couple, a biracial couple, right? A black and a white girl, and the cops say something about that. And then the sister and the 2 sisters are in the back. Well, the black guy and the one sister with the curly hair that wasn't shot are selling this land. What are they selling?
Oh, they're
An experience?
Yeah, they're redeveloping the town.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think they're selling an experience. I don't even know. Are they selling the buildings? Because they don't.
Yeah.
Because they never really say.
They say something about auctioning.
Yeah, and it was weird because they had a whole bus of people come in. And the oldest ass,
70s double stack. It looked like.
yeah, like party bus though. It's super nice on the inside, but it's like the old silver double. Like it's like crazy. Like you're trying to save the land of the world, and you're driving the shittiest vehicle that you could drive.
I had to spend all the money on remodeling the town.
Yeah, I guess. But the mom comes out and was like, "What are you doing in my house?" And he's like, "Well, this ain't your house. This is my house. We own this." And then that's the first. And she's carrying an oxygen tank too, and she's getting all nervous. She's turning it on, but Leatherface shows up. He's up in the top, of the. And she's like, "Oh, go back to your room, honey. Everything's okay." And next thing you know, the cops are already there. They come and pull her out of the house. She throws up on the floor first, though, which is weird because it was all white. I was like, that's... Well, see, and I bring up the white stuff because I don't know if y'all have ever seen Truth or Dare, A Critical Madness. It's from like 1986. It was like one of the first... don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's like one of the first movies that went on VOD. It's like it really started the heyday of VOD back in '86. I watched that as a kid. Somehow, don't know how I got a hold to watching any horror movie that I ever watched. And what is that called? Like exploitative or exploitation horror. And there's one scene where I dare you to kiss me. They're in an insane asylum, and first off, and because he had one dude saw their leg, and with the hacksaw, and they show it. But I dare you to kiss me to this one insane. She goes to kiss him and throws up white, milky, right into his mouth. I stopped watching horror movies for a long time because I was like, that's sadistic. This is stupid. I'm never watching and it was a long time. Which I say I didn't watch them, but I did. I wouldn't watch anything that hardcore with the type of gore and just the pointless. But she threw up white stuff, and I was just like, oh, there we go. It just reminds me of that movie that I hated so much. Y'all should watch it though.
If you can find it.
Oh, I think you can still find it. I mean, it's
hard.
pretty popular. Like it's not like but yeah. And so moving forward, they're like, well, call the ambulance because the one girl is like really concerned, but the 2 that are selling the town, the guy's not. He's like, what? It's our house. She needs to leave. Like it's nobody. She's like, well, shouldn't we make sure? Let's make sure. And but she ends up having to go to the hospital. And she's like, I'm gonna go with her. And they're like, no. But the cops are like, we are the ambulance because they're like, call an ambulance. They just load her up into the paddy wagon van. I guess that's what the sheriff drives. Why you need a paddy wagon out in the middle of nowhere? I guess it's the ambulance. I guess that's why.
Yeah.
But and of course she dies, and then Leatherface. There's a cool kill.
Oh yeah, in the.
You've seen it. You've seen. Yeah. So he's.
Yeah, he breaks.
Yeah. If you want to add anything, you're more than welcome to add stuff.
Y'all killing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he
But
breaks.
it was a cool kill though. Like when
he breaks his
because
wrist.
he's like she
the bone
dies.
comes out.
She dies, and he's trying to turn the oxygen on and putting it on her. But the dude messes up and puts his hand on him. And it's kind of like they already knew that the guy was crazy. Like
You can get a glimpse of little bit of glimpse of his face, which we don't often see.
That's what Jim Jam brought that up. It's like, I just seen his face. They don't ever show his face. I was like, well, you can see his eye.
Yeah.
No, I've seen his whole
He's got
face.
facial hair,
Yeah.
beard, and it's cool.
Yeah, but he breaks his wrist and the bones come out, and then he stabs him. He stabs him in the neck.
Oh yeah, he stabs him in the neck with his own,
With his own hand, with his own bones, which is pretty good. But of course, at the same time, he's able to draw his weapon out and shoot the guy in front of him.
the driver of the van or whatever.
Yeah.
The other cop.
I think it's the sheriff or something, maybe.
Yeah.
And they crash into a combine while the one girlfriend of the guy that was helping sell the town that didn't care about the woman is in the front seat because she said she'd go. Of course, they crash the van. And he cuts his mom's face off.
And
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. We already said it was a spoiler.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah. So that's what he's wearing the whole movie, is her face.
it's pretty cool, though, because, I mean, he's really learned from the pandemic to cut holes for your ears.
Yeah.
And, because you can just get a T-shirt and cut the holes. Yeah, he learned that. He cut the holes for the mask, and I was like, oh, he's even cut the holes with the face. Like, he ain't even got to string it on. He's like got it over his ears. So
Yeah, he don't sew the whole face, so he's got a half mask.
yeah.
How's the top part not flop down?
The blood coagulated on his head and it stuck.
Okay, glued to him pretty
Yeah,
much.
sure. I mean, it's really hard to answer a lot of stuff because the girl's on the radio trying to call for help, and it's just like, I know it's a movie, but if you're scared, why would you move? Like, he thinks you're dead. Well, I don't know. And she can't get out her door, so what does she have to do?
Crawl over the
Over the dead guy. It's so just like typical. And I don't know if y'all have seen, I don't know if any of y'all's friends have talked about it. People are loving it. There's a lot of people hating it, and a lot of people are just like, this was one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. It's like, I mean, I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen a lot of gory movies. There's a lot of good kills in the movie, but there's no story. Because, I mean, he kills them, and then somehow he walks back to the town, but he's limping. He's... Hell, if it was 50 years later, and you said it was come off when he was 15, so he's 65 years old?
It's supposed to be 15 in the first movie?
Yeah, it was off the remake.
No, there was
A remake that was shot.
It wasn't a remake. It was a
reboot, a prequel.
prequel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a prequel.
it showed him as a teenager, and I think from what I thought I heard something about. I think Ashton told me, wasn't it?
I don't know.
They're going off that.
We're going off of a kid.
They're going
here now.
after that. Well, she deep dives in the horror movie, so she
Yeah.
probably knows better. But
Well, otherwise he would be.
in the 70s at least.
Yeah, and he's just holed up in a house the whole time. But yeah, he's supernatural, I guess.
What makes make it more palatable for audiences though is there was a time in horror where sequels were sacred, but that's gone. We reboot all the time and we disregard so many things that have been done, and it's just it's just fun. I mean
Yeah, this one's had 3 reboots.
Why is this guy not in jail? I mean, we know from the '74 movie that they know this was one of the most worst serial killings in Texas history, but you got to suspend all that.
Oh yeah,
it's fun.
yeah.
well, actually, if now the thing about it, I don't think it goes off that one because
That's what I was like. I don't know. It's
They use the same. They use the same.
they show the
same
picture
voice
from the
guy did
'74,
Yeah, right.
so it's
It'd be
confusing
super
as
old.
hell.
Yeah.
And the girl that lived in the end of the first one is supposed to be her, which that actress died.
Right.
So they got a different girl playing her. But so now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it might have a little bit to do with that. But because his name is different, isn't it, in this one too?
Yeah.
So I think his name is the same from that prequel. So
Yes.
maybe they got the prequel in the first one and now this one. So they just avoided the other ones.
There was
yeah, they avoided all the other ones.
all of them.
Yeah, they avoided all the other ones. This is like the 3rd reboot in 10 years. So somebody's making money.
What y'all think about the 3D
Well,
one? Where
Netflix ain't making any money.
I thought I thought it was funny when she kicked the chainsaw to him.
Yeah.
It said, "Do your thing, cuz."
That's the best part, man. I like all of them. I'm just.
About Matthew McConaughey. Was it like he's part 3?
Yeah.
Part 3, I think. Is that the one where he was dressed up like he dressed up in a dress and stuff?
Yes. To me, it's like there's only one sacred horror movie left, and that's like the original Exorcist. Other than that, you can play with pretty much anything, even Halloween now.
Oh, but where was we at?
Oh, they go back to he goes back to the town, and well, they realize that they messed up and they didn't get the deed
Because she's got her deed.
because they find out that she's dead. The woman's girl that wanted to go with him, like, she's dead. He's like, well, we didn't kill her. Her heart did. Like, dude, you kicked her out of her house and you really messed her up mentally. Like, that's her home, and he don't care because he's big city folk, I guess. I don't know. And he's upstairs, he's downstairs looking for the deed, and I'm just like, this is not a small place, I mean, yeah, it's like a brownstone, I guess, if you could relate it to something, but they're just like looking through papers trying to find this deed, and they hear a noise, and it's like, damn, did he come on the roof? Or what is this? You know what I'm saying though? The chandelier shook in the.
He kind of jumped up there like.
I was like, man, this guy, he's got some. Yeah, and there's a cleaver on the cutting board, but yet and that was weird to me too. Like,
It wasn't a cutting board, that was a block.
yeah, a cutting
big ass
block.
block of
Like, it's a
wood.
massive block, but they had a bunch of like where they kept sticking their cleaver into it, and I'm just like, what the fuck are y'all cutting inside? Like, well, I guess you're out in the middle of nowhere. You got to butcher your own stuff. You got to just release all, like you were saying, just forget about. But I'm over there just like thinking about how just silly, because then if you're paying attention, like the cleaver's gone. Oh shit! But the guy don't notice. It's like, but he looked right at it when he come into the door, and man, he slices him. And you don't realize it, because he hits him with that cleaver, and he just falls. He's like stabbing, just falls, and blood's
Is
going
that the one
out.
where he hits him in the face?
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Why you keep saying that?
Because they didn't know that he hit him in the face yet.
I still gonna spoil it. But
The
Exorcist.
I was just thinking, like with the cleaver thing you were mentioning, it's like that. I thought that was kind of a callback to The Exorcist when the crucifix is missing from the table.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't notice that, but then the next scene is the horrific crucifix thing.
And there was a lot of good special effects in the movie. I'll give it that.
Especially that wrist break. Oh, that was amazing.
Well, even when they do eventually show, spoiler alert, the guy's face cut in half.
I think they already know we're gonna spoil it.
But like, I mean, his jaw's like, you know what I'm saying? You can see the inside of it, and it's like, oh, I mean, of course it's dark, but it's like, that looks good. Like, I mean, they put, at least they could put some money into it
Well, Netflix
for a
made
lower.
it.
Yeah, but it's still, they're not putting. Whoa,
Nice.
wow, I got brought in here. I
Cool,
think-
you got everybody liven up out there.
Jesus.
Is it storming?
They got
You know if it was
fire.
practical or if it was CGI?
It looked practical. The effects.
It did to me.
Yeah, the effects. Even the blood was practical. It had to be. The way that it was pulling on the floor. And when he got up, it was,
Yeah.
dripping off of him. And it looked like the majority.
I can't think of like a moment. There may be the scene in the truck where he, maybe there was some CGI there, but it seemed like most of it was.
Even like when he picked him up with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that looked really good. Like, I was pretty sure it's practical.
Where was that after that?
Uh,
Is there? I guess we don't have to keep. We don't have to keep on. Where was that now?
I don't know where he got his face chopped off. Spoiler alert.
You need a T-shirt that says it. Spoiler alert. I just keep.
Wow,
Is it? How
Yeah.
far ahead is it when she's underneath the floor? and
Oh, it's right there. It's right
Okay.
there. All right, answer me this: since you watched the movie, what is he getting out of the wall? It's chainsaw, right?
When he's hitting the wall, yes, the chainsaw.
Okay,
The
that's-
chainsaw hidden back there.
that's what I
He
thought.
Puts it down on the bed where she can see it. And
That's-
and it's the Toby Hooper like chainsaw. It's like
Yeah,
the same one.
Okay, so this is where another crazy. It wasn't a kill,
Oh
but
man, that one.
the redneck guy. He
Yeah,
comes
the
in
one
and she.
fake.
I think she pulls the mirror
Well,
towards him so he can see.
Yeah, the redneck guy finds the black guy because
so
the black
she
guy's
can
actually
see,
alive. It shows
or
you.
so he can see Leatherface.
Yeah, but
And they start fighting, and more Leatherface has a sledgehammer and hits him in the shin, breaks it, and bends it straight back. It looked
it was
awful.
weird looking.
And then he fought on for like another 2 or 3
Hey, he
days.
would have pushed him out the window if there wasn't bars on that window. That's the most unsafe orphanage I've ever seen in my life.
What
You
had
couldn't
bars?
get out the windows. Like if there's a fire, them kids are dead.
That's why the chainsaws in the wall.
Yes. Yeah. It's. And I thought, well, maybe he's busting the walls open to like be able to go in between houses. Like maybe he's
thinking
really
ahead.
thinking ahead.
No.
Because he's gonna get these. No,
They're not that smart. They weren't that smart with that one.
no. I was thinking, maybe they're gonna bring the kids in the house and they're gonna be jumping through. And this movie's not that long. That can't happen. I didn't think about that. Because it's like an hour and 17 minutes, before credits, probably.
So one girl goes underneath the house or something, and it.
Oh, that was.
Is that a little farther on? No, it's right there. Yeah.
Is it right there?
He starts-
yeah.
he starts cutting-
Oh,
He hits
yeah.
a pipe, and then
Yeah,
the
she
pipe
somehow
is the
gets out and
sewage
gets
pipe.
under the house.
So of course she gets drenched in shit and piss and everything.
Then that was another thing to me. That I was like, yeah, she's getting her. She's getting shit on now.
That's the one scene to me that I'm like, come on, man. If you live in the South, there is no chainsaw that's that freaking good.
Dude, hold on. No.
That was a metal pipe.
Hold
too.
on.
I'm like,
It ain't just
we cut
that
thing
scene.
down, It's like 4 hours. It's
It
like-
ain't just that scene. This man, he must have built that motherfucker. I'm telling you, because this was it was not made anywhere else besides by his hands, because that son of a bitch ran. It would go through anything and not stop. Like I mean, he's putting it through bodies, and it's still running. I'm just like, damn, man, he don't have to fucking restart it at all.
So she, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, woo,
Yeah,
woo,
the
woo.
guy used a chainsaw, he got bound somewhere.
Yeah, and like you're going through
This one cut
clothes.
through a metal pipe.
You're going through clothes and cut through like metal pipe. Just
He had a special
just like,
chain on it.
damn, this guy is
Carbide, right?
diamond
Diamond.
encrusted. I mean, it didn't bling.
Carbide's actually tougher than diamond
Well-
when it comes to this.
But
He's fucking.
but
doing
she
it.
got that. What her sister helped.
Well, even
out?
his oil and gas mixture had to be perfect. Like I'm
He
serious.
had jet
dude.
fuel in it.
And I mean, and the amount of people that he killed with it didn't seem that big. Like how much oil and gas, he didn't refill it. Like I'm just fucking with you. But
Does
he-
his sister get her out? Did her sister?
yeah, her sister pulls her out from underneath the house, and her dumb ass runs to where all the people are.
Right to the bus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right to the
and
bus.
there's no,
and it's pouring
and there's
down
no
rain.
exit on the back of the
It's
bus.
pouring down rain. And it's just like, yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, they couldn't open the exit door, but
There
their
wasn't
city.
one.
Yeah, there's.
Was it on the side?
Yeah, I think the one chick that was the banker was trying to get out, but they're city folk. They probably don't know how to open it.
Golly.
He's snapping this one. Y'all need to jump on, man.
Yeah.
This is what the pylon needs to happen.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, eventually you got to fight or flight, but I guess they're all too progressive to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, here was one of the goofs.
They got too many participation trophies growing up.
Yeah, it's like I
They
cannot
never actually.
fight. That
They
is,
never actually did anything.
my parents did not whip me. I would not whip him. You know?
Misunderstood.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
he
gonna-
had a rough childhood.
He's like, come on. They're like, come on, let's talk about this.
I just watched Dexter this morning, the new season, like the very first episode of that new season, and I didn't finish the last 2 episodes of the original Dexter because I didn't want it to end. I didn't want it because everyone. But he's like, the one guy that he killed first. He was like, I had a bad childhood. He's like, you're gonna blame you being a shitty person on having a bad childhood and killing 5 people on a boat? It's like, I think we're beyond the point of me letting you go. But anyways, yeah, he had a bad childhood.
Who did?
Leatherface.
Oh, okay.
It just made me think of that. Like,
Golly, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is what
this
we
is the
do.
horror
We're,
basement.
yeah, we're everywhere. What are you talking about? You've been on this.
But she
for
gets
6
on the
years.
bus.
What the fuck?
She gets on the bus and covered in shit. No one.
The
even
rain
smells.
washed it off.
All of it. Surely
well,
she
no,
still
it's-
smells like shit.
And her sister hugs her right there, and I'm just like,
I would have been like, "Oh damn, you stink."
nah, man. I know, but her sister could tell that she's is suffering the same trauma that she suffered, is what I took it in the school shooting. So now she understood how she felt, like mentally.
Oh, I need to go
Seeing
back.
people die in front of your face.
I need to go back real quick and the one
it's
girl
too
that was
late.
in the school shooting real quick.
Yeah.
She goes into the dude's garage, and he has was it a M16 or
That's way back. We're going like
AR-15?
when they first
One
got
of those two. But
we
she
missed
picks
that.
it up, and then she has a flashback or something. But yeah, she was all like, "Have you ever?" Or he asked her, "Have you ever shot a gun?" And then that's where you see
I've been
her.
shot at.
No, you've been shot, not
Yeah.
shot at. You got a bullet wound. But okay, go ahead.
She's so traumatized though that you cut the scene. The next scene is her walking out of the bathroom smoking a cigarette. Obviously,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's what I was like. But that's because she's the troubled, sister of the one that's trying to take care of her. And
So did they
change the world.
imply that they did something, or because she was like, "No, we didn't do nothing."
Well, that's what the girl accused her of, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you in here with him? Did he touch you? It's like, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. I'll do what I want to do. Don't worry about me.
so now she's on
Oh,
the
that's-
bus
that-
and don't
that-
smell
that-
like shit.
Here's the goof.
No, go ahead.
So the bus driver's driving away, right? And then somehow, I guess Leatherface fucked the bus up with this awesome badass chainsaw. That I'm pretty sure it's a paranormal chainsaw by now, because eventually it
looks
gets
like
shot with a shotgun,
yes.
and it doesn't die. He throws it at a van or a SUV coming at him. It still works. I'm telling you. This is not about Leatherface. This is about his paranormal chainsaw that makes him a serial killer. And if anybody touches it,
Sounds like it's possessed.
yeah. Like, what if the chainsaw possesses you? Right? Like, that's going to be the new
Yeah,
one.
it's a whole new movie.
He's just the victim. Then it's just a child.
How much do you want to watch it now?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of turning into. I can't remember the name of the book. Faust. Yeah. Where
deal with the devil.
yeah, where he's just like, fine. They killed my mom. I'll do it. Breaks the wall, grabs a chainsaw. Chainsaw is supernatural.
I haven't
If
read
you're
it.
onto it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
But the one thing, I don't know if they ran over something or he just like shouldered that big ass bus and it down. It seemed like it damn rocked, didn't it? Or-
but also like something was messed with it because the bus driver gets off, leaves the door open.
Oh,
Because-
yeah.
But none of them know. But none of them know that anybody has been killed. Well, no, the banker knows.
yeah.
So she's like, just drive. And this is the one where the next thing you know, the bus driver's head gets thrown into the bus. But the only thing he had was a chainsaw. And you never heard a chainsaw. So how did he decapitate the bus driver?
He ripped his head clean off.
Spun it till it came off.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
He's so strong too.
Went back and got the cleaver.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Or he just took the chainsaw and just like, this is
Oh,
a supernatural chainsaw. Supernatural, I'll do it myself. I hacksaw. No. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
But then he gets on the bus, right? And that's when the one guy
Yeah.
it's like, if you do anything, you're getting
And they're
canceled.
on there partying. It's like a rave bus.
They
It's
had
like
the,
the
they had
nicest,
the
oldest
LEDs on
bus
the
I've ever
top
seen in
and
my life.
everything.
Yeah, it's like, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the retro rave. Like these kids make Austin weird, right? Like you got the retro bus, but well, I don't know what it runs off of. So, but, it's
Probably vegetable oil.
probably. It's a good point. Went down to Willie Nelson's farm down there and got it. Don't you have like a vegetable oil, diesel?
Probably.
I think he owns his own town, so he can smoke weed. And I don't know. Anyways, we're getting off subject here. He's got his own theater. Okay, yeah, we are getting off subject.
Leatherface gets on the bus.
Yeah, and this is where really like you see the chainsaw, like it's fucking badass. Besides cutting through shit pop, That was metal. It wasn't, the plastic because it's old. But they're like, we're going to cancel you if you do anything.
And everybody's got their phones out videotaping.
And of course they make
video recording.
Yeah, like
Not
TikTok or Instagram Live.
Yeah, because you see comments coming up saying
Yeah,
that looks shittier.
Yeah,
It's not
and he's
real.
like got him in the stomach. What was great though was like he's got him in the stomach, and the dude's still filming, so his hands like doing this.
and
you see
people are
the
still
blood.
commenting.
I've got to go there.
Yeah. Where's this at? I want to go. That looks so fake. But I mean, he massacres.
Don't he pick up one in the bus?
Yeah.
Or is that the girl?
No, he picks up the one and he's like, "Whoa."
It's like,
And like I
dude,
say, all this blood just running
So
into the
that-
chainsaw motor and everything. It don't
This
matter.
was that a guy?
Yeah, he picks up the guy.
So that's at least a 200-pound guy, and he just got him up above his head like it ain't shit.
But it looked like a practical effect.
It did.
Like, I mean, because it's just like, man, like, I don't know how, well, I guess ropes and could, I guess. Hold him with his feet.
Then you see, of course, you see the window that people are smearing it, and then
Yeah, they're trying to get out
The next
instead
time
of
you
trying
see
to
it-
run through him. Like, because, I mean, really, if you just took the one guy and just said, and try to run by, you might have a chance, maybe.
they're just rubbing their hands on the window. Like, what are you doing? Why are you smearing blood on the window? Just try to get out.
Yeah, because they're at the exit door. Like, I'm pretty sure she's at an exit door. Is she at an
No, she's just.
They're down there. They're in the bathroom when this is going on.
No, but I'm saying, the one banker girl, I think she's at the exit door, and they're city folks, so they didn't test the bus. But you got the bus driver; he had to test it. But I guess he's the only one that knows how to do it. I'm giving him credit here.
Should have lifted up a bit.
Yeah,
You know.
because the weird thing was like it's on the side of the bus and it's not the back of the bus, right? Like,
And she's like, well, why does she go to that window? I'm with you. I'm like,
'Cause-
this is like where she gets like sawed in half, right?
oh, in that window somehow she's able to open that one all of a sudden to get out.
That's the only one they can open. You know?
Yeah, and then I guess that's the trope. Like, well, I guess if you got them all out, you couldn't have all these cool kills because you got one where dude's like getting stabbed through the back, and then the one chick's just like standing there like, oh my god, and so he just pushes him into her, and just cut both of them, and they're over there,
I wish the camera was working.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't get our camera to work. But, because usually we record every podcast. It's on Spotify if you ever want to watch it or listen to it.
You
YouTube.
won't be able to watch this one, unfortunately.
But, they do eventually get out of the bathroom because it's the only escape hatch in the whole bus. Besides the window, she halfway got out the window.
Half of her did.
Yeah, halfway. And that was a good practical effect with the guts. But he saw her so quickly. And the paranormal chainsaw, what would you call the paranormal chainsaw? Like Leatherface's chainsaw, what would it be called?
I have no clue. You got a name?
Cheatherface.
What?
Eviscerator.
The Viscerator. But yeah, Viscerator's badass. It's a badass chainsaw.
Reliable.
Yeah. It's the most reliable chainsaw. And because he saw us through the bathroom door.
And Reliable's the brand, by the way.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
I don't know anything about chainsaws. I'm over here critiquing his, though. That's what a good critic does. Knows nothing, but criticizes everything. But he, and it's funny to me because, like, as many movies as we've reviewed and watched over the years, because we stopped doing movies of the week. Because we used to do a movie of the week. We'd have a question of the day, 3 topics, and a movie of the week. Do that for 5 years. 40 to 50 movies a year, every week. It become a chore, like work, and you kind of get out of it. But I told him today, I was like, we got to go watch this, so we're gonna have something good to talk about tonight, like something new, fresh.
It didn't disappoint on that one.
No, and you can always, like, was it the best movie? No, but anyways, we're off topic again. Spoiler alert. Off topic. But he saw us at the door, and you could see where like they had cut the door, like because it was so smooth, and like the patterns. And he's like, hey, he's a smart guy. He lived in an orphanage, but he's smart. He's like, cuts this through the door, and he's just like, okay, let me unlock this. You know, instead of like kicking it down.
That's a flimsy ass door, so.
But they got out the hatch, or the one girl did, but that got shot. And here's the Easter egg. She had her a wine bottle opener, keychain.
And it was a chainsaw.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, guess what was on it, but
That
spoiler alert, it was a chainsaw. Yeah.
Fuck that up for you.
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm just using. They're going to get tired of the spoiler alert, Jim Jam, I think.
Just like you got tired of Enlisted Owner.
Oh, man.
No, anyways, go ahead.
You don't want to get off on that. Unlisted Owner, y'all ever seen Unlisted Owner? Don't. It's one of the worst movies in the world. Anyways, I'll get off on that rant. But yeah, so they do get out, and then old chick shows up, the one from the original movie that's 50 years later, because she got called by a store owner, so they knew that he was there. Like I said, they knew he was there this whole time. You had to, because we're way back was like, please help me. You know, she's in the sheriff. Please help me. I need help. Help. Instead of just talking normal, he's at the back of the bus, the van. You know, he's like Outcast at the back of the bus. And sorry, I don't know Outcast. That's stupid reference. But she could have just been like, you know, dude's killed everyone. Help. But he called the chick, and she was ready. She's like, oh, this is him.
Did that not remind you of
Laurie Strode.
Halloween Kills?
Yeah.
I've been waiting 50 years for this moment. You know.
Like, damn, they like directly stole that from Halloween Kills.
Well, yeah.
Kinda.
I mean, they had already been in production with this, right?
But still, though, it was so much like it.
Yeah.
She's out for revenge.
Well, because you got the lady, the older lady
That's
that.
the real thing. Revenge
Yeah.
thing is common. Yeah. I'm just like, who's she talking to? Like, the whole police force is gone.
Well, it was a shop owner, like the gas station owner was like, how did you know to call her?
Yeah,
Like-
why did, when she was calling on a CB, I guess he had a CB that the cops have too?
I guess it's just maybe it just stays on that channel just in case.
I was thinking it was going to zoom out and it was going to be a police department, but no, it was a gas station. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, and so she's there, and this is messed up, man. She's like, get in the truck. They get in, but it's like an old police SUV,
Tahoe.
Tahoe or whatever, and they can't get out. She's locked them in. Well, he's after you, and I gotta go finish this. I gotta kill him. Been waiting 50 years for this shit.
I was waiting on Evil Dies Tonight.
Yeah. Oh God. Did y'all watch Halloween Kills?
Well, you'll
Uh,
understand that reference when you say it.
Wait 50 years, you chase them down in your walker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because she would be,
She'd be about the same age.
70s.
You say she was about 21, 20,
Somewhere around
74, so.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, that's what it's like. Even if you was a teenager.
Well, she's been working out, waiting on this night to come so she can give it.
But
Older lady.
yeah. Well, and of course,
She carrying that pump shotgun like it was, she's
like it was nothing. Yeah.
She's healthy.
But she wasn't like a prepper. It didn't seem like Laurie Strode is.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills.
Singing hard, like.
Yeah, she lived a hard life. Like she could.
Oh, yeah, she was great. Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
definitely her last hurrah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
should.
I mean, her character
Yeah, it should be
is like.
after Halloween Kills.
If that didn't take him out blowing up her entire house, then,
Oh, you haven't seen Halloween Kills then?
no.
Oh, then.
They
Okay.
didn't do it.
No, he's not dead. Of course, there's a.
Spoiler Halloween comes out in like 4 months.
Yeah.
He's dead.
There's another one coming out this October.
That movie pissed me off for the whole fact that they stopped trying to kill him. Spoiler alert. But you know what I mean? When they had him on the ground, like, did y'all see it? Did you? Yeah. That really made me upset.
We're already spoiling one movie. Let's not do it
Yeah,
for the rest.
true. But it's a gore fest. A lot of people. Okay, anyways. I want to talk about it, too.
We're almost done with this movie.
Scream's out too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I went and watched that. Did you go watch that?
Okay, hey, no.
Oh. Yeah, the new Screams. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I've only seen the first Scream, so which I guess the other ones don't
The
matter.
other
to
ones
it.
don't matter.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish this.
Oh, we're finishing it. Oh.
The Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, it's pretty much almost over now. We have spoiled this whole movie. It don't matter. You can still watch it. You still have fun with it. There's a lot of good kills. But she gets out, and what does she do? He comes out. No. He's in the house now, right? Is he in the house?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's in the house now. Yeah, he's went back in the house, and he's sitting on the couch. Weird, kind of. I guess you'd be kind of tired. You killed all these people. You're.
The makeup scene is earlier, so.
Yeah, the makeup scene. He's sitting on the couch, just sitting there, like resting. Because she goes in and she's like, just remember me. She throws in the Polaroid. Her hands in, just remember me, and names off her friends that the hitchhiker took the Polaroid of, right?
Yeah.
In the original movie. And just say my name. Say Pamela, right? Was it Pamela?
I don't remember now.
Yeah. That's it.
It wasn't Jason Voorhees' mama named Pamela?
Mhm.
Pamela Voorhees? Was it?
I think.
Anyways, it don't matter. Spoiler alert, it don't matter. But they he don't remember, and that I think it kind of he did all this stuff to her and her friends and don't remember her because she was nothing to him, and he hears them screaming in the car, "Let me out!" And that's when he picks the chainsaw up and just walks out. Right?
Yeah.
And I kind of got lost on that because I was looking up some of the facts on this. But I was like, well, we're going to review this movie. I needed to kind of look some stuff up. Should have finished the movie first. Yeah, but and how do they get up to the front seats? Because she's out there, and he's coming after her with the chainsaw, but the lady's out there with the shotgun, and
It's like so anticlimactic. It's like she goes down so easy.
but she shot at him
Yeah.
and like missed, and then shot at him and shot the chainsaw. He blocked it with the chainsaw.
Yeah. shot. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The eviscerator got shot and was like, bitch, I am fucking eviscerator. You don't know me like that. Like y'all don't know me. But yeah, he blocked it with the whatever. Plastic didn't even get damaged. I don't even know what the fuck that was made out of.
Titanium.
Yeah. I don't anyways, and then he jabs it into her, right? Like he,
Yeah.
I mean, he
Just like the Les killing.
yeah.
When he picks her up again, it picks her up.
And they're like, oh my God. Of course, oh my God. And he's standing in the middle of the road. And they get up front somehow. I guess they kick the window screen down. And she's like, curly hair girl, that's the sister that didn't get shot, mashes the gas. And we're going to hit him. He throws the damn chainsaw at her. Just like, whew. And I thought, well, oh shit, it's gonna go through,
The window, yeah.
and it just cracked the window. Like that was probably CGI. And he just kind of rolled, and it just kind of bumped him. And the chainsaw lands on the ground. And I'm like, well, that fucking chainsaw is done. Eviscerator, done.
Nope.
And then they get out of the vehicle because they crashed it, and he picks the chainsaw up and he's coming
Aren't they
out.
running? Yeah, it's still running. Yeah. Oh, you saw it,
Yeah,
But-
and he picks the chainsaw up and he's about to get him, and old chick lived somehow.
Right. I mean,
I was just like, how in the?
spinal column. And she should be gone.
I was
She's
just
eviscerated.
well, even at spinal column, you can't move your arms at least. Like you hit some nerves. Nope. And that's the good movie. I guess the Eviscerator was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go this side just a little bit, guys. We'll make this. We'll see what old Leatherface can do. And she shoots him, and he gets shot.
Several times.
Yeah, because did he grab? He grabbed the sister. Yeah, he grabbed the sister, right?
Yeah.
And the curly hair girl, and took her back into the house. And where'd they go? It's like some sort of downstairs, and it had like
thinking like he's
water
taking her
pit.
and he's gonna put her on a hook, or that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen.
And before, oh yeah, the one girl picks up the M16 and goes to shooting.
AR-15.
AR-15, whatever it is, I don't know. I'm city folk. I don't know this stuff. And I guess she didn't have it loaded because it just clicks.
Oh, yeah.
And then he does something to her, and then before she goes to the room to go get her sister, she's like, don't go empty-handed. You got to finish this. You can't run, or he'll just keep on chasing you before she died. And she's able to load the shotgun for her, too. It's like, wow, this bitch is bad. That's, I guess, is the point where she had a rough life and hard life mentally, and just she's really hardened. She's going to get him killed. But they get down into the thing, and he's about to kill her sister. And right? No. They fight, and she loses the shotgun. That's what happens. Something like that. I'm over here confused.
Is that about what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get down.
Mayhem going on.
Yeah, and he's about to get her with the Eviscerator chainsaw because it's still running. And then the chick with the curly hair jumps on his back, and she's having flashbacks of what happened in the school. And they get separated, and she shoots him. Damn, 4 or 5. I mean, just unloads into him, and he falls into a pool of water. And y'all know what that means.
No, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
Spoiler alert, it's not over. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, it did that. It's just like that.
Yeah, I mean, but it was kind of like like a nod, like, oh, he fell in the water, and
She gets out, and he just like.
and by that time it's daylight, and so this went on forever, and it's daylight, and they get in the Tesla, and it's still running. Go figure. And she puts it on.
Stupid.
She puts.
It's not running, it doesn't use power.
Well, yeah, true. It's
They
still
turn-
powered on, or it was still able to power on, and because that's what I didn't understand. Like, they stopped at a gas station. You're in a Tesla.
Tire pressure, it's important.
You got a good point. Maybe they had to get some waters, but
Smart waters.
smart waters probably, electrolytes. But she puts it on the cruise control, it's autopilot. And
And this is
they're
really
driving
stupid
away.
here.
And the glass breaks. And chick gets pulled out by her hair. Or whatever, the sister that didn't get shot.
Don't
And
shoot
this
her.
is...
The Eviscerator, it does it again.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man. And chick gets up in the sunroof. No!
So she's running, and he slings the chainsaw at her.
Does he sling at her?
Yeah, don't he throw it at her, and it hits her in the legs or something?
Oh, yeah. And she falls, and then he just...
Like it's butter. Yeah.
cuts her head off and just like... She's like, no.
She
and I
just
thought
stood up
maybe-
in the damn sunroof, just like screaming.
And the car,
and
is
the car just
automatically...
driving away.
It's
like
because
you could turn the autopilot off.
Yeah, you could turn this off, and you could. Well, I don't know what you'd do. You don't got the old lady to load the shotgun for you because she's dead.
You might as well just let the.
But I was truly hoping he was going to throw that chainsaw and just end it, and it'd just be like, and it'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, just hit it right here, and it just cut down onto the Tesla. But you probably didn't want to damage it because it's more money than your budget for the whole movie.
Because it's so important to worry about your finances when you cut in half.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Netflix probably just didn't want to pay the budget.
Oh.
Yeah, more than like, yeah, ruin a Tesla, it's probably CEOs or something. I know, I'm just kidding. But
Elon probably donated it.
I doubt that. But yeah, and so it's always open ended, right? Like
They'll probably try to make another one.
I don't. God, geriatric Leatherface.
It was like a 5-movie deal or something that they lost, right?
Yeah.
They were supposed to do 5, and that deal fell through because they didn't get it made in enough time, and that's when Netflix picked it up.
Yeah, probably.
So I think they'll be.
Well, the people that made this movie did
yeah.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
Don't Breathe 1 and 2, and I don't know if you've seen the second Don't Breathe. I like both of them.
Probably too.
And
Even though the second one made no sense to me.
Well, it's not a continuation of the story, really. You know what I'm saying? Like Don't Breathe 2 was he found a girl, he wanted a daughter, and he found a girl on the side of the road.
I thought
Well, not side of the road. She was part of a crack house. But she was on the road. Cause that's
Streetwalker?
middle of the road.
Oh, it's a kid. Never mind. It's a kid.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, street walking. That's fucked up, little
Hey,
kid.
but didn't in the
This is like Ohio. Shit.
what the fuck? There might be some people in
Jesus
here there.
Christ.
But didn't in the first one he turkey basted a girl? So
Yeah.
did she not get pregnant?
We don't know. I think
I think he got arrested.
Oh,
and I don't know if Don't Breathe 2 was before or after. To be honest,
just a money grab.
it was a good movie.
Yeah, you say.
It didn't have to continue his story for me, but
I wanted to see the turkey baster kid. See what happened if it come
well,
up.
it's not going to look like a turkey
did it taste?
baster all oily. Like fuck, dude, it's not going to be like. What are you expecting? Like it to have old,
I just want to
always
see
butter?
if it'll work.
Yeah, like it's walking around with pineapples on it. That was a ham. What the fuck happened?
Look at my baby.
You did a turkey baster. How's it a ham, motherfucker? Like, what? Oh shit.
Hey, subscribe to our podcast. You can hear more of this crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anybody want free movies?
Yeah.
Here's you a movie.
We got spare parts.
Well, I ain't gonna throw them at you, but you can come get them if you want. They were a little closer. You had it. Sorry, we got.
Well, we gave the chips away.
I got another one out there. It's not one of those, but
We got Blade.
you want a Blade Blu-ray? It's out. Do we leave it out there?
Probably.
Yeah, come our table right across here, and we'll get it to you.
Yeah.
I need to. Oh, we need to end this. I need to
Oh,
forget about
yeah.
We're recording something.
Yeah, we are recording. We appreciate y'all showing up. Like I said earlier, we've been to some panels, and it's just because we try to support some of the panels here, a lot of them, and it's just be us two and with the people that we already know that run the con, or you know what I'm saying. It's like, well, but to have people in here that we don't know, it's like it's awesome. You know, like, we love doing this. This is like we said earlier, like our 5th time here.
Yeah.
I think 5th time. Because we met Todd. I don't know if y'all know who Todd is, but one of the owners of this con. And we were at Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, and he come through, and he's just like, hey, I do a con called ShutterCon. It's a horror and photo. And
No
like
one showed to that.
burlesque. Was it burlesque?
I don't remember.
Something like that, and no one showed up. We was like, holy crap, is this the kind of cons he has? Then they invited us here. It's like, I don't know.
So much different.
I don't know. And then this guy was like, let's do panels. We can get free 3-day passes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've never talked in front of a... Do what? Oh, yeah, definitely. But we never hosted panels before and we had done this for like a year, just started a podcast.
So we'll go back. Our first podcast was a commentary on a short film. That was
it
our
like
first
15
episode.
minutes long. I was like, this is what YouTube likes. I don't know. What do I know?
You know what's funny though? Our first mic, I got off Amazon for $14, and the model number was SM-666.
Yeah. We come up with the horror basement, and it's become the horror basement and beyond because we go beyond just horror movies. And
As you heard.
yeah, but
talk
yeah, doing
about
these panels,
nanobatteries.
this will get you out of your comfort zone. Like, because coming in is like, oh man, is anybody going to show up?
Y'all want to try some
people-
maggot cheese chips?
Oh, man. Yeah.
They taste like salt and vinegar chips, really all they taste
Cheesy
like.
salt and vinegar. But yeah,
That's all we got, y'all. We out.
Now it's time to
peace.
say goodbye to the basement guys again. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Or that is, spooks and spells. Take your shirt off. Y'all come back now, you hear?